Speaking of hordes, there is another midnight horde trashing my base. Welcome back to 7 Days to Die here. I am Kruxn, and we are continuing on our world, even though there was a new experimental update. The changes weren't huge changes, but in some ways they were. But we are going to continue on our world, so we are on day 10. But build 129 is out, so if you're going to be reporting bugs, make sure you are starting a new world with that so that you can recreate those bugs to make sure no significant changes are affecting those bugs, anything like that. Now, we do have a horde that decided to come in. A little mini horde. Let's see if we can take care of this. Was not expecting this. These roaming hordes are unforgiving. Alright, they're walking, but they're already out to get me. Our base should be able to handle them. Even though we haven't really repaired it since our last horde night. Didn't really see a need to at the time, but they are... This is probably worse than horde night. They all kind of come at once here, don't they? But anyway, so some of the changes are significant changes. Some people really like the updates for build 129. A lot of people are still saying there's some issues going on, which I would have to say of what I've seen and heard from others, there are some things that need to be dealt with. So we are excited for a new build that hopefully will fix some of that. But they did take care of some stuff that is good. So we're going to kind of just quickly review some of those changes. And hopefully we could get something done in this game. Oh man, these guys are brutal. Alright, come on. Everyone over here gone. It's like a mini horde hitting my base here. But so some minor things they did. They did put in an HD texture for the flagstone. So I don't know if you could notice. Flagstone's supposed to look a little nicer. Come on. They did some changes with like the wedge stairs, spawn positions, some other little things. Some other big things is every stash or every secret stash perk will level your trader's inventory for you, so that should be working correctly now. Jeez, die already, would ya? Come on, we have things to do today. Let's finish this guy off here. So yeah, so now making your claim blocks require forged iron, not steel anymore, so that's a little bit better. Increased temperature insulation and armor on animal hide clothing, so they're trying to help you deal with some of the more extreme temperature swings and things like that. Crawler zombies will not appear in scout or feral hordes anymore, which, as you can see, we don't have any crawlers coming up to the base, and that was one of my issues because they take a while to pass. So if you're just trying to let them pass, suddenly, the main horde passes you, and there's still like 4 crawlers coming through that you have to deal with, and they take forever. So you either deal with them or you don't, and it just eats up your time. So that's a great one, because the hordes are hard enough, and having those crawlers come through after is just a time sink, and that's a good move. Iron tools drain more stamina. That's one of the big things. Stamina is eaten up now. Probably what they're trying to do is get things like your beer and coffee to be that much more valuable, because who ever drank coffee or grew coffee or even knew that coffee existed in this game? Probably very small percentage of people, but now it's actually important. There's a use for it, and it also forces you to get perks like sexual Tyrannosaurus to make sure you're regaining that stamina, because it is crucial to have. So that's the big change, is that's significant to the gameplay. So that's one of the people's biggest complaints, mostly because it's different, but you should be able to deal with it. We're gonna kind of see how that goes for us today. It's definitely a bigger issue in lower levels, as it should be, because you are surviving and you don't have all your perks yet and all your better tools yet and things like that. So they made some other changes. You can definitely go check it out. What requirements some things make. So there are some good changes to check out. The big thing is that stamina, and then other minor things. And then I'm also happy that the crawlers aren't in the hordes anymore. So let's see, what are we going to do today? We're going to kind of work on our farm over here. last video we're kind of trying to do some farm, and we almost got killed for it, but got a little bold. But we're gonna work on our farm here. I started making out of wood. I changed my mind. I'm going to make it flagstone. I was just going to kind of turn into kind of a safe space here, away from any wandering hordes, things like that, so I don't get caught off guard while I'm trying to work on my farm. So we're just gonna clear out some more of this. And then we're probably gonna expand this a little bit more. Probably not the best thing to be using. That's alright, we don't need this anymore. So we're just going to kind of enclose this space, probably kind of take out this little shed here. And we're going to work on enclosing this farm so we could utilize it safely without worrying about horrors. So that's the ultimate goal. We're not going to get it done this episode. But we do want to get some of our seeds down, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Especially, I think I already have coffee planted, because as I said, coffee, especially now, is going to be important. I believe I have coffee seeds if they're not already planted. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And I said before, I'm really excited to kind of fully explore some of the changes being made to what you could cook up and things like that. I think it's super valuable. I'm always been a big fan of making sure I had a good farm going, because there's a lot of good stuff it produces for you, so I don't have to make sure I'm always gathering at things like goldenrod to make my goldenrod tea and things like that. So a lot of good uses to the farm, and now even more so since getting your coffee going is important, and the beer is also important. As you know, I still believe that the hops are only purchasable through the trader, so I haven't seen any of those drop yet or ever. But beer is also a good one to be growing. Oh, my crops did grow up a little bit since we're here. So we're just going to do a little bit work on this. I really don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this farm at the moment, but I do want to just kind of unload some of my seeds here. Make sure I have a cotton supply as well, because bandages are always important, so having a good cloth supply is good to have. But yeah, I would predict that the next experimental would be dropped. I would imagine it'd be dropped, this weekend coming up here. It seems to be the trend going with it. It doesn't seem like they go more than a week without dropping a new patch, so I would imagine they would have something prepared to update the game in about a week, because we are getting pretty lengthy here in time spent on experimental, so they definitely want to be moving towards having a stable version that people could really play instead of these experimental versions. Because experimental is pretty much saying, there's a lot of stuff broken in the game, but people don't want to be, testing out a broken game. They want to get playing the actual game. And of course, there's plenty of people that opted to just play the stable 15.2, which is fine as well. But that they're not able to touch any of the really cool stuff like electricity and things like that. Alright, so we're gonna see. I think we're gonna go do a little bit of looting. We're gonna try to get some looting done today. I know I steer away from it at times, but we really need to do some looting, because we're missing out on some stuff that we're gonna be needing really quickly. So let's see. We'll put this right here. I'll put those down. Forgot about those. So they definitely want to get that released, and I think they'll at least have a new experimental ready, you know, very shortly for people to be, so that they could take care of some of those fixes and really start updating this game for people. Because you don't want to spend too much time on an experimental. I mean, they know what the issues are. Get some of them fixed and then punch it out. That's the way I see it, anyways. All right. Let's see, how are we doing on arrows? 50 arrows, not too bad. Yeah, let's run back to the base and just unload some of our stuff, and then we'll go see what we could find. This little city here, this little town, it's a little more disappointing. I thought it was gonna have more in it, so a little disappointed by the amount of stuff we're finding, or the amount of POIs. You know, it's not particularly exciting, but we'll see what we could do with it. Yeah, I don't know. Torches are nice because you could throw them on a wall real quick for your light source. All right, I jumped right in my spikes, didn't I? That's all right. All right, we're doing pretty good on food and water. Yeah, as you can see, it's a pretty pretty open town. When we first looked at it, we thought there might be a little bit more, but it's kind of just a quaint little place to live. Not a whole lot. Let's check out some of this, some of these higher buildings here. Got Joel here. Big old biker zombie. Alright, gotta watch your stamina. I still say these hitboxes are off a little bit. I know there's other people complaining about it, but I still say they're off a little bit. That's alright. We don't need any hitboxes. I'd really like to get like a Spike Club schematic. That'd be pretty sweet. Alright, there's probably one behind the desk here. Yeah, Big Bertha here. Looks like that's it for there. Not gonna worry about upstairs right now. It's disappointing. Don't see anything good in here. Yeah. Nothing really good. Wow. This is kind of a bust, huh? Come on. Need something good. Wow, this is really disappointing loot today, huh? That's alright, we have a couple more floors to explore still. Oh, like, where's that coming from? Get ourselves a little extra light here. We'll let her do most of the work. Crawler. Don't need a broken leg at this moment. We do have the duct tape for it now, though. There we go. This guy's proven to be a little tougher. There we go. Alright, let's see what she was protecting in here. Here we go, bookcases. Come on, come on. Paper. Yeah, I see. Someone's after me, but where? Did I miss something in here? Probably someone above us. We hear him. I want to take this with me. Yep, there she is. Big Bertha here, so he gets 3 shots. Hello. How did that break? That's a new dance move. Oh, she got me. I need your head. That's alright, I'll settle for your belly. She's confused. Nice. And we do have some more coffee seeds. It just changed how those look, but we do have some more coffee seeds just in case we don't already have some planted. But like I said, I believe we do have some planted already. Our airdrop, and we'll just go check that out. So we are not getting lucky with it. We might have to just switch to a whole new, find a new city to explore, because this one is not being kind to us. I'm predicting we might start a new world with the next one, because I do like making sure all of the spawns and everything is all fresh with new worlds. So with the next experimental, we might start a new world. I just wanted to continue this world on a little bit longer. Let's see, yeah, the airdrop's right over there, so we're gonna go snag that up real quick here. Let's see, is there a quicker way down? It's not too far, right? Ugh, it is a little too far. That's alright, I'm impatient. Alright, where was it at? It's this way. I think it was up by, might be up by where that car almost exploded on us. We're going after that boar. Now we had a really early wandering horde this morning, so I would predict that we'd probably get another one. Probably not soon, but probably before nightfall, or right as we get to nightfall. I'd predict that we would get another one. We should also start thinking of getting some more armor. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna scrap some of our stuff here. Don't need that. Good for now. But yeah, I would fully expect another horde, because I expect at least one a day, if not two a day. It seems to be a pretty common occurrence for those just to come wandering through your position. It would be nice if they got true wandering hordes at some point. Here we go. That's exactly what we need here. Oops. Make sure you get... Oh. There we go. But yeah, it'd be nice if they had true wandering hordes, something that they would like roam the map. They wouldn't necessarily go directly over your position, but you could stumble across them as much as they stumble across you. And there it is. There's our second one. I was not expecting it to be that soon, though. But there they go. Yeah, being hunted according to this. Yeah, there you are. You're looking for me. But yeah, they come through pretty often. They'll easily take you out. So we're definitely going to try to get a little more armor so we don't take quite as much damage from these hordes. And then of course there's always the wolf hordes and the dog hordes and the, probably the dire wolf hordes and the vulture hordes. They could all get you as well. So, and especially the wolf and zombie dogs, they're gonna do a little bit more work on us. All right, it's about time to head back to the base, anyways. Let's see if we could. No, we are attracting them. I thought we were out of their way. That's all right. We'll lose them pretty quickly. We could use some meat. Come here, buddy. Come on. Alright, we're gonna have to hunt this guy down. Fast little guy. Okay, we're gonna have to let him go. But that might be a need we have to do for tomorrow. We're gonna probably really adventure away from our base in search of meat supply. But we do have to also be wary that, we're on day 10. We're going to have another horde coming up, so we're going to have to make sure we're prepared for that as well. So it's part of the difficulty of being in this desert environment. It's one of the more difficult environments, more difficult biomes to kind of establish a base and everything, just because food is more scarce. That's why I grab up all the yucca I can. But meat is definitely, an easy food source if you have it. It's more difficult to survive off of some of the other foods. But once we get the farm going, it won't be so bad. That's definitely an important part of living in the desert. Vulture waiting for us. He's pretty far away. Hopefully he'll leave us alone. Right, some of these trees are looking pretty good, so we'll go ahead and snatch these up. Oh, these are still 300. Oh well, we need a little extra wood. That just eats up your stamina, doesn't it? Oh man, that's brutal. I think those might be a little... Yeah, those are my bigger ones over there. Right, I think we're completely out of meat. Got our water here. Ultimately, we want to be drinking goldenrod, but we need to find a few more items here. And we still need to get our chrysanthemum. That's going to be important to have growing. And then our goldenrod tea, we want to get a supply of that going as well. Alright. So let's get some base upgrades going here. Did I put my clay away? I think I did put my clay away. Oh jeez, this leg is gonna kill me. Let's just take care of that now as well. Do have antibiotics, so we're good for a while there, hopefully. Unless I do something stupid again. Don't need that. And where's my duct tape? Duct tape. Oh, come on. I want recipes. Awning. Oh, you can make awning blocks. Were you always able to make awning? Yeah. Yeah, you were. Splint. I should probably just make all that I can right now. Probably gonna need them anyways. Alright. I have another hoe, huh? Alright, actually we're gonna run and plant the seeds real quick as well. I have the broken leg, we should probably take it easy. Oh jeez. Not doing too hot right now. Do we have a spot? I do not think we do. Get another spot real quick. Alright. Let's get back into our base and see if we get our health up here. There we go. Let's just keep eating our yucca for a little bit. That'll help get our health up a little bit. We don't really have anything else to help too much there. But yeah, we have our forge already, so let's... I don't know. I know we gathered some. Yeah, we have our leather boots. We're wearing a decent pair of boots, so we don't need to worry about this. What we need is we need to make some kind of armor, because we are a sitting duck as far as our armor goes right now. So let's see what else we can make. Alright, so we'll make some of our leg armors. Let's see, we already have leather leg armor, so we don't need to worry about that, but pretty much any other armors, it's going to be useful for us. all this stuff takes duct tape now. We just don't have enough duct tape. What do we need to make? Alright, and cloth. Alright, we're gonna have to start. We should have some glue, right? No glue. Apocalyptic world, and I'm not finding any glue. Guess people don't really use glue a whole lot these days, do they? That's alright. Alright, so we should be able to finish off at least enclosing this space so that we don't fall down. We're going to get some light going in here too. I'm not too worried about the torches attracting screamers. I haven't seen any yet. Knock on wood, but we need the light. We're going to do some much needed maintenance really quick here. There we go. Wow, they're getting pretty close in some spots of getting in here, aren't they? Alright, they really touch over here, so we're good. Alright, we'll just finish upgrading these guys. Probably not gonna have enough cobblestone yet. So let's go see how our mine down here is doing. I would like to be able to get all the way to the bedrock. I like going to the bedrock. So I'd like to be able to achieve that. Yeah, we have enough wood for some more ladders. Alright, I think that'll do it for this video. Not too exciting. Did a little farming, did a little looting, avoided some hordes. Speaking of hordes. There is another midnight horde trashing my base. Okay, we'll just let... Most of them seem to be running on, so we'll just let them do that for a second here. Come on, stay still. But yeah, hordes at night. I haven't seen anyone else dealing with this quite the same way that I have. I've been seeing a lot of people doing a lot of work at night, and you'd think that that'd be pretty much an instant death to have a wandering horde kind of walk right over you at night. So not sure how other people are dealing with this. I'm finding it significantly difficult to deal with these roaming hordes if I don't see them coming. And at night, once they sense you, or Even if they don't, they just come running through and they'll be all over you. So let me know, how are you guys dealing with these running hordes? Are you finding them difficult? Are you pretty much just dealing with them, making sure you're not out at night? You know, how are you guys dealing with it? I'm playing on your standard time cycle, so our days are not very long at all, as you can see. So working at night is definitely an interest, but I find it to be not really an option, especially early game, before you have like your spike club and things like that, which I do not. I'm on day 10. I still have not gotten the schematics for that. So let me know how you guys are dealing with it. We're going to wrap up the video here. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. We are still in Alpha 16. Once Alpha 16 goes to stable, we will be playing more of a long stretched series and have a nice season where we'll get some nice base building, do some really cool stuff, and hopefully the game will be more overall playable because all the bugs will be taken care of. So hope you guys are looking forward to that. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. Hope you guys are enjoying Alpha 16 Experimental. And until next time, keep surviving. This is Kruxn. I'll catch you guys next time.